Now let me just mention quickly, because we're about out of time, is what does hope do for a person? And you could name a bunch of things, but just quickly, one of them is courage. I mean, Daniel was a tremendous man of courage. I mean, later on he's going to face a lion's den, and he has courage. He has courage not only to live the right kind of life, he has courage to witness to kings and people in authority over him who could take his life in a second, and he's not ashamed of the gospel. He has courage to be able to be a witness. And that's what we need in our day. If we really have journeyed forward and we've seen the end of how it's going to turn out, we need to have courage to live for Christ and a courage to be a witness for Christ and not ashamed of the gospel. I think it also means that, as we've already implied, there's a calmness and there's a confidence and there's a comfort and there's an optimism in our life because of it. Not pessimism, but optimism in life. It ought to be a great comfort to us to know that one of these days, all of these injustices, all of the wars, all the conflicts in the Middle East, all the difference between races and religions and all that kind of stuff, addictions that we've heard and talked about, and mental illness and state schools and all that other stuff, going to be done away with. All evil is going to be done away with. And Christ is going to set up a kingdom where the lion and the lamb lay down side by side. Be a glorious day. And because of that, we can look out with confidence and we can be comforted. And then it ought to help us to endure. That is, not give up. Somebody said the Christian race is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And so it is. Daniel was 70 years serving first Babylon, then the Medes and the Persians. He never faltered. He endured to the very end and evidently died faithful unto his God because he had hope. He had hope. And so it is in our Christian life. You're here today, make a mental note. See, I remember an old preacher preaching one day, and he said, do you have hope that's going to help you endure? Are you going to be able, when you get 70 years old, 50 years old, 40 years old, look back and say, I'm still serving Christ. I'm not going to falter. I'm not going to fail. I'm not going to give up. We're going to be able to do that.